When we go through any craziness in life, somewhere along the way, we start thinking we are making good decisions. Wrong and wrong. We are not thinking clearly at all. The pieces are falling faster than we can pick them up. Run! You're in danger of being physically harmed, I scream. Child abuse, yells Ellender, running to her bedroom. Parent abuse, I yell back, chasing Marcus. I'm trying to get out of this house to go out if I can ever get out of this house. I play the piano to calm down, then stand at Ellender's closed door. You cannot forget the one rule in this house. Never throw objects at someone's face. I don't care, comes through the door. You have to care, I say. You would be sorry later if someone's eye was hurt. Besides, that's not the only rule, she says, sassier than a cat. Never put dishes with food or drink on the piano. Always establish your own personal rituals, Marcus yells from his room. Okay, I say, this is serious. You don't throw utensils at me or your brother in anger, ever, period. Silence. And you, Marcus, I say, because he's obviously listening, don't grab food from your sister or anything, period. Silence. Marcus? Yeah. I'm going out with our friend Quentin for a political rally. I need to know that you guys are going to get along. They both come out. I feel bad leaving them alone, but I don't ever have money for a babysitter. My parents, who are sometimes available for backup, are out of town. Stay out late, Mom, Marcus says. We want to see if we can handle it. Okay, I won't be far. You can reach me on my pager or Quen's cell phone. You know the number. Quentin and his lover are ordering drinks when I arrive. As soon as the program is underway, my pager goes off. Most likely Ellen and Marcus. They might be needing something, so I go over to tell Quentin. For a guy without kids, he's quick on the uptake. Without me asking, he hands me his cell phone saying, take it on the way home. I call the kids. Mom, Ellen says, Marcus answered the phone and it was this creepy guy. What? Why was he talking to him? I asked, getting my coat on. That's what I said. He asked if we were home alone. Who was he? I don't know. Marcus doesn't either. I'll be there in 20 minutes. I'll talk to you and Marcus as I'm driving home. Once in the car, I phone him. Marcus? Mom, I'm sorry I talked to him, but he kept asking questions. Honey, it's not your fault, but next time, don't talk to strangers on the phone. Okay, he says. Mom, are you good? Marcus, honey. The phone goes dead. I panic, try to breathe. You'll be there in 15 minutes, I comfort myself. I'm not sure if it's the phone that has run out of batteries or if something has happened to the kids. I dial our neighborhood police station. Hi, I'm on my way home and my children are waiting for me, but they received a weird phone call. Do you want us to send someone over? Yes, I'll be there any second myself, but I'm a little worried. I give her our address. How old exactly, ma'am, are your children, she says, exhibiting a disturbing officious tone. 7 and 8, almost 9. A friend was watching them. How easy it is to lie when a knife is to my heart. If they're home alone when the officers get there, ma'am, they'll have to be taken into custody. Double-edged swordish, Caucasian chalk circle-esque. I have called to protect my children and now risk having them taken away from me. I'll probably be back before they even get there, I say, noticeably hyperventilating and pressuring my foot on the gas pedal. Should I run red lights and get pulled over or risk arriving too late as my children drive off in a squad car? As I approach the house, I can already see the bright lights. I run inside. Luckily, it looks as if the 3 male police officers have only just walked in. Try to smile at them, I advise myself. Hugging Marcus tight, I think frantically, where's Ellender? She's the one I need. Hi, I'm so glad you're here, I say. I'll go get my daughter. Noticing her out of the corner of my eye, starting to walk down, I tear up the stairs. Hi, sweetie, I say, practically carrying her up to the landing, out of view of the officers. I put my finger to my mouth, bring her into the bedroom, soundlessly close the door. Ellender, I whisper deep in her ear, I need you to do this for me, or the police will take you away from me. You have to lie now and say that Nina was looking after you. I'm buzzing with so much fear I can't see her reaction. I hug her as we walk downstairs. Calm yourself. I hear in my brain, she'll be perfect. I say to the cops, well, thank you so much for coming. I was a bit worried with that crazy phone. The burly one interrupts. We'll need to talk to your daughter. She's the older one? Yes, I say, no problem. Honey, can you talk to the police officer? Sure, she says, my brilliant little actress. Honey, how long did Mommy leave you two alone tonight? Oh, we weren't alone, she says. Nina was looking after us. Who's she? Mom's friend. Where's she at now? Yawning, she says, oh, she had to return a movie. A+. We'll have to talk to her. Ma'am, do you have her phone number? Of course, I say, writing it down, knowing she's away for the weekend. The other officer calls. No answer, he says, and hangs up. Yes. They all three head for the door. Good sign. Have a good evening, ma'am, one says. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it, I say, slowly following them out. Once they're gone, I collapse on the couch. Marcus and Ellender sit on either side of me. Guys, I'm really sorry. That was an experiment that just didn't work. I'm sorry for talking to that guy, says Marcus. Sweetie, I say, hugging them close. There's a lot of creeps out there. I'm just glad you're both okay. That's all I care about. We never find out who he is, but the menacing call magnifies our sense of being without a protector. I won't leave them alone again, but I do feel alone. I'm not a stay-at-home monk, but almost. They come in the night, men. A few young, a few old, with an internal map dotted with need, leading to the destination of moi. And I don't even sleep with most of them. They say I'm the warmest of women. Perhaps I'm fevering? I've been living alone with my kids for 3.5 years. And one man says, I bet no one has ever called you a bitch. He's right. But I've noticed bitches keep their men, lashing out at them when finding the slightest fault, demanding more and more until their man feels no longer worthy of licking any part of her except her boot spur. An acquaintance of mine complained about her husband buying her a red BMW. I told him I wanted a dusky color, she whined. Why does she get a BMW and bitch about it and I get zilch and happily wait for breadcrumbs? Why do men stay with the bitches and leave nice women like me? Because the night belongs to the bitch. That's why. But there are intimate penalties. It's snowing, wet clumps of white that stick to our coats like burrs, and the wind is picking up. Tobin brushes the snow off my hair and pulls up my hood to cover my head. His warm hands hold my face, and our eyes almost meet before I see that the snowflakes are tinged with orange. My first thought is, must be lights from an ambulance, but the silence is so thick you can hear the orange snow landing on the ground. My second thought is more complicated and comes from a cloud snowing psychobabble, but seems to me to be true, at least for the time being. Yes, love is magic, but it is also pure deception. Love is the ultimate cover-up, blanketing every disappointment and betrayal. At least my brand of love, a non-bitch form of it, the kind that men like Tobin learn to run from because they, like untamed animals, need to play hardball. I reach under Tobin's coat to pull him closer, and my fingers touch his naked skin. The orange snowflakes are forming into balls. Fear and love makes me catch them before they dissolve at our feet. Tobin's coat is in shreds and falls off his body. He stands there, naked before me, and then he disappears. Ellender, Marcus! They're pretending they don't hear me. Come over here. It's pretty nice. The lake is turquoise, brushed with pale, pale sage and bubbly white foam and snow. No response. Oh, wait, I think I can see your dad. Wait a second. Oh, now they're showing some interest. Your dad? Your dad's out there. He's in a chunk of ice, way out there on the horizon. I wonder if he's all right. Maybe he'll send us a sign, like smoke signals.